Hello students, welcome to the first video class of this course, that is engineering physics. Today's module that I am discussing will be the module number 3, Maxwell's equations and optical fibers. So to begin with, I will start with the second half of the module number 3, that is optical fibers. Optical fibers, you can understand this even with the basics of simple optics. There is no necessity to have a deep depth of the Maxwell's equation. So let us start today's class. That is nothing but the Maxwell's optical fibers. So let us start with the optical fibers. So what are these optical fibers? So optical fibers are the medium through which a light propagates from one point to the other point. So these are nothing but the medium. They are used by the light to travel from one point to the other point. Okay, or they are used to send a light from one point to the other point. So here this is a point A where I have a light source. I want to send it to point B. I can use this optical fiber, okay, so that the light travels from point A to the point B. Now here I am using the word specific here. I am using the word specific, from specific point A to the specific point B. So even air is a medium. So light, when you have a light source, it is propagating in all the directions. We are not interested in that type of transmission of light. We are interested in transmission of light from the point A to the point B, specific from point A to the point B. So whenever we want to send or transmit from a specific point A to the specific point B, we are using the optical fibers. So I can say that it is actually a channel through which light propagates from one point to the other point. Okay, so you may ask me one question: is it useful for transmitting the light that is used for illuminating a room? No, we are not using this optical fiber to send the light for illuminating a darker area. No, we don't want that. We are only using the optical fiber to send the information, basically the information from the point A to the point B, from one point to the other point. So right now, whatever the communication system that we have in the country or in the whole world, they are all dependent on these optical fibers. So there, the communication that is taking place, whatever the communication system that is present, all the information is transmitted from one point to the other point with the help of fibers, with the help of such optical fibers, where the information is transmitted from point A to the point B in the form of light. Okay, therefore all the communication system now basically uses the optical fibers. Okay, so basically optical fibers are the medium through which light, which is basically information, light as an information, is transmitted from one point to the other point. So these light optical fibers, they are also called by the name as light guides. They are also called as light guides. Why they are called as light guides? Because light is transmitted, or light is guided from point A to the point B. Similarly, they are also called by the other name like wave guide. So these are the, what are these wave guides? Wave guides means, okay, these are the mechanical structures, or structures in which we are transmitting the waves, electromagnetic waves. Here the light is transmitted from point A to the point B. Okay, so this is actually a wave. Light is also a wave, so therefore it is called as a wave guide. So in simple, optical fiber is a medium through which a light propagates from specific point A to the specific point B. It is also called as waveguide. It is also called as a light guide. It is also called, it's also known as a dielectric medium. It's also called as a dielectric medium in which a light propagates from point A to the point B. Got it? Now here medium is made of the good plastic material or a very good glass material. Okay, so this is an introductory part or introductory definition, I would say, that for an optical fiber. Okay, so let us go for the structure of the optical fiber, how it looks like. Okay, so this is the structure of an optical fiber. So basically optical fiber has two parts in it. Okay, the first part we call it as the inner part, that is called as a core. Surrounding the core there is one more part that is called as a cladding. So it has two parts, core and cladding. Okay, so what is this core? Let us see this. This is a core. I have an optical fiber here. So this is the optical fiber. Okay, and here the center region is the core, and this surrounding is the cladding. So if I draw it in a lateral, okay, so this is the way it looks like. So there is a center region, core, surrounding the core there is a cladding. So the center region is called as a core. This is called as a core, and this we call it as a cladding. It's called as a cladding. It's called as a cladding. Now here this is the core. This one is the cladding, core and cladding. This is how the optical fiber looks like. And surrounding this optical fiber there is one layer, protective layer, we call it as that is known as a jacket, that is made up of a polyurethane material. So this is how it looks like. Okay, so basically the optical fiber consists of a center core. This is a center core. Okay, you can look at the core here, and surrounded by a cladding. This is a cladding, and there is one protective layer. This is the protective layer. Okay, this is known as the polyurethane jacket. It is the jacket that is used to protect the fiber. Why we are using this jacket? Because in cable, in optical fiber, we have large number of such optical fibers clubbed together, then we call them as a cladding. Now when we have that cladding, all the fibers should be separated from one another. So therefore we use some material to wound on it. And the other purpose is to have the protection of this optical fibers. If there are any forces acting on the fiber, it may get damaged due to the external force. To avoid that, we are using this polyurethane jacket. Okay, so basically a cable means a collection of such fibers which are wound together. So if I have a cable, so the cable looks like this, is a cable. So there are large number of optical fibers which are present in this cable, and this cable is once again wounded with some thin metallic foil and a very thick plastic material, and this cable is placed inside the earth around about 6 feet below. Okay, and that can be used as a communication channel. Okay, now here the dimensions, coming to the dimensions of the fiber. Okay, the core. So this is the core, no? So if you look at the core diameter, it's very small, the diameter of the core. Okay, the core diameter is just around say from 5 to 100 micrometer, the diameter of the core. If you look at this core, no, this is the core. Okay, this is the core what you have. The core is around 5 to 100 micrometer, very very small in dimension. And if you look at the cladding, I have written it as clad or cladding, both mean the same. Okay, so if I have the core and the cladding, okay, the clad or cladding, the diameter, if I write the diameter, okay, the diameter will be, I would say that around from 50 to T micrometers, very small dimension. Now look at this, these are made up of glasses, they are not any material. This is made up of a glass or very good plastic material, very high quality plastic material. Got it? So basically a fiber consists of two regions, core and cladding, and it is surrounded by one polyurethane protective layer which we call it as a jacket. So center region is core, you can look here, it's a core, and there is a one region that is called as a surrounding the core. Now how to identify these are core and cladding? Now basically the glass materials are characterized by a property that we already know it. It is nothing but the refractive index, that is known as the refractive index. The core has a one type of refractive index N1, and the cladding has another type of refractive index N2, another value of refractive index N2. So core has a refractive index N1 and cladding has a refractive index of N2. Now for this optical fibers, the refractive index of core is such that it is always greater than the refractive index of the cladding. The refractive index of core is always greater than the refractive index of cladding. So here N1 is the refractive index of core, N2 the refractive index of cladding. So we identify that this part is a core. How we identify? We identify that it is having one type of refractive index. If it is lesser than the other part, that is cladding, then that is known as a core. So core has one type of refractive index N1 which is greater than N2. You are getting the point? So N2 cladding has a lesser refractive index, core has a larger refractive index. Structure of the material, okay, this is actually a glass. This is, if you look at the optical fiber, this, when you move away from core to cladding, if you try to move away from core to cladding, where the core ends and where does the cladding begins? You're getting the point. Now why? Because it is actually glass material. This is actually a complete glass material. So this is a glass material, core and cladding, what you have, it is actually glass material. Okay, so when you look at in a lateral form, in a lateral axis, you will see that it is just glass piece. If you look here, okay, or I would have one more here. Yes, you can look it here. So if you look at this surface, you cannot make it where if you believe that this is a glass piece. If you believe that this is a glass piece. Okay. Now here you have to identify where does the core and the cladding begins. It's not possible, no. So why? Because it is made up of a glass. Imagine that it is made up of glass, then you cannot make it out. So only how we can make it out whether it is a core and core or cladding by the value of the refractive index. If the refractive index of the core is N1, if the refractive index of core is larger, or if the area here that I have marked is having a larger refractive index than the surrounding area, then that we call it as a core, and the outer part we call it as a cladding. This is how we identify. And the other thing is that when we move away from center region, so this is, I can call it as an axis. Let us assume it is an axis. When we move away from the axis radially outwards, the axis, if from this axis, if we move outward, if I move outward, I will be not knowing when the core ends and when the cladding begins. Got it? Clear? So this is a small introductory part on the optical fiber. So today in this lecture I have just given the information regarding the meaning of optical fiber, what is the structure of the optical fiber, how it is obtained in a small class. So I hope you have understood or followed this class. Okay, please give me your opinion and feedback. Thank you.